Anniversary celebration.
It's showtime! And I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go.
The region's most easily accessible radio show, Stone on Air.
Who is this guy? What was your name again?
This is Brian Stone. I hate everybody and everything, and if you don't like it, I hate you.
That's not true!
I just tweeted about him that he is my choice white guy in Chattanooga.
Wow, we all crazy.
And I can appreciate the genius of fake it till you make it.
You don't want most of it, you want all of it. And I won't stop until you get all of it.
Stone on Air.
You really have nothing better to do you? No, I do not.
Loud and proud with just a dash of brash. It's the Stone on Air program in the Stone on Air radio network. This is the flagship, Talk Radio 102.3, StoneOnAir.com. Very, very cool news coming up in just a matter of a minute. A chance to win some tickets to a very cool festival. Hang tight, I'll get to that in a minute. But this is the flagship every Sunday at 5. My name is Brian Stone. He's Nathan Gale. This is Stone on Air. It's still difficult for me to grasp the concept of that I'm on a camera every single show. So I'm trying to keep that in mind and not do stupid things, but I'm kind of a stupid person sometimes, and that just happens. So I apologize for that. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? You don't see that on the YouTube channel, which you can watch at StoneOnAir.com. All right, what do we got today? Lots of stuff. The Grand Falloon, another big 3 nights this go-round. It was 2 last week, 3 this past weekend, and the finalists are set. And we'll get to all that here a bit later on in the hour. Jonathan Sussman from Gig City Productions will give me a ring, as he has the last few weeks, as we've been keeping everybody up to date on that. It has been a lot of fun, and I wouldn't say that out loud if I didn't believe it. Huge crowds out there, not uncomfortably huge crowds. Very, very attentive crowds. It's not like a Nightfall show at all, as a matter of fact. I love Nightfall. There's a lot of people there who aren't there for music. There's a lot of people who are, though, and there's a lot of people, period. And it's just a fantastic stretch of entertainment here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So, but great crowds at the Grand Falloon, and Jonathan will give us an update on all the winners and when the finals are, which it's next Saturday at the Revelry Room, but we'll get more of those specifics coming up here in just a minute. So I left the Grand Falloon. Brian Stone, Stone on Air. Nathan Gale, hello. Thank you for being here. Thank you for what you do. Tara had to do some parenting stuff. That old parenting stuff. I don't see how y'all do that stuff, but whatever. So she'll be back with us next week, and we've got a stretch of some really good shows coming up, and I'll talk about that more later on. But I went over to the Grand Falloon, and I was trying to do a doubleheader. I was trying to do 2 things, and so I left right after TJ Griever's new band, the TJG and the 423s. I think I got that right. It was about an 8-member band. It was pretty incredible. Horns and sax and banjos and guitar and drums, and then we had some rap. It was a very cool mixture. So I'm looking very forward to seeing more from TJ. They were not the winners. Again, we'll get all the winners coming up a little bit later on. But so I'm trying to cut out and do a doubleheader. So I'm going to go over to the block party. And I was disappointed in all this. Nathan talked me off the ledge from going too much into this. I just if you plan an event and you plan and you advertise it and you bill it and you sell it and you stamp it with time frames on it, in this case being 4 till 12 midnight. That's what it said on all its advertising, 4 to 12 midnight. And I didn't care. I haven't cared about St. Patrick's Day for even 5 seconds at any point in my life. Doesn't mean a thing to me. I'm not Irish. I don't know. I don't care about it. But I wanted to see Hank and Cupcakes, band out of Atlanta or from Jerusalem via Atlanta. And so I'm thinking, okay, the event ends at 12 midnight. So the headliner surely will be on around 10 or so, right? No. They were scheduled on the paper, on the printed sheets that I asked the people who were running the show, when are they coming on? At 12 midnight. 12 to 2 a.m. Well, I'm not going anywhere till 2 a.m., so I left. So I think it would be a good idea to stick to the time frame or just don't put a time frame. That's all I'll say about that. All right, so StoneOnAir.com is it's a pretty good website. Its main purpose is for you to be able to access the show. Not really anything else. I'm not trying to wow you. I'm not trying to have you spend hours on there finding all the cool bells and whistles. I want you to be able to access the show. That's the purpose of it, and it does do that. You can watch the show through StoneOnAir.com, and you can listen to the show, either one. But now, coming up, starting right now, live, you can now enter to win a pair of Shaky Knees Festival tickets. It's exclusively through StoneOnAir.com, not WGOW.com. And thank you, Bill and WGOW Brass, for letting this be my contest. It is an incredible festival down in Atlanta. If you used to go to the old Music Midtown Fest that ran from mid-'90s to around 2007, maybe, if you went to those, remember the good parts, because that could have been a disaster at times. Remember the good parts. That's very similar to the Shaky Knees Festival. I went last year. I'm going again this year. My Morning Jacket. I'll get the full list in a minute because I don't have it in front of me. But My Morning Jacket, Decemberist, J.J. Gray and Mofro, Jane's Addiction. There's it's a stacked lineup. Go to the website and click on Enter to Win Shaky Knees tickets. And here's what you got to do, though. Here's the deal. You have to bang out, email through the submission, your best festival story. Your best festival story. Whether it's you met your wife, whether it's you found out you were pregnant, whether it was the worst day ever because of the rain, or your tent caught fire, or whatever. Great story, horrible story, amazing story, inspirational story. Whatever it is, your festival story, I want to hear about it. And we've got about 3 weeks to do this. And between Nathan, me, and Tara, we're going to go through all these. And we're going to read them on the air, or read the winner on the air. So if you win, you get it read on the air, and you get the tickets to Shaky Knees. So I'm going to give you my festival story here in just a second to tell you, kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about. But don't make any dissertations or, 5-page outlines. You won't win because I won't read it. I'm not going to sit around and read page after page after page. I'm not limited to a certain amount of number or letters or words. Just use your best judgment and a concise story of your favorite festival moment, or worst, or terrible, or funny, or whatever it is, and you might win Shaky Knees tickets. The opening segment is Stone's Throw.
Heads up! It's Stone's Throw.
What? Oh, whoa! Back up the truck. Beep, beep. What are you talking about? Is technology making us mentally ill? Look at me. I'm stupid. I can't do math. This is not making sense to the young adult anymore, and they're tired of it. Does that satisfy you? Are you satisfied now?
The Talk Monster.
So, my quick festival story that would be an example of what I'm talking about to enter at StoneOnAir.com for the Shaky Knees tickets, the festival down in Atlanta. Back in 2003, I'm going to Bonnaroo for the first time for the whole weekend. I went in 02, but just for one day. And all my friends went in a little earlier. This was before they started on Thursday. It started on Friday. So I leave on a Thursday night at midnight. Everybody that I was meeting up with already went in. They had my tent. They had all my stuff. All I was bringing was a couple coolers full of beer, food, and ice. Even at the young age and dumb age of 23 years old, I still knew better than to do anything illegal while I'm on my way to Bonnaroo. I even then understood that was something you very, very much take seriously. But I'm thinking I'm going to get all cute. I'm going to go all the way around all this mess, and I'm going to be off in the rural areas of Tennessee. I stopped at a gas station and got a Rand McNally Atlas. Most people listening to me right now of most ages don't even know what Rand McNally is. And I get the Atlas, and I map out through the highways of where I'm going. I might as well drove to Memphis and back for how long that I was gone. But I thought I was going to trick everybody out and get around all this. Well, so I'm driving, and I'm trying to look at the map while I'm driving, and I'm swerving. I guess, clearly, because I got pulled over at like 1 o'clock in the morning. And they're like, hey, so, yeah, where you going? Headed to Bonnaroo. Really? No tent? No sleeping bags? You're just going to Bonnaroo, huh? I got to admit, it is a suspicious-looking situation. So, yeah, man, that's what I'm doing. He's like, I got you clocked you at speeding or whatever he got me for. He's like, you know what? I'm going to throw that out. But you mind if we take a look at your car? Now, again, at the age of 23, I don't remember exactly what I was doing a few weeks before that, so I'm not loving the idea of letting him look at my car, but I'm figuring I might have some trouble here if I don't. This is, rural Tennessee. I don't even know what city it was or what, county it was. So I let him, like 5 more cops show up. It's like the whole city's police force. They're just like, we got ourselves one, boy. Come on over here. We're going to take this. This is going to be a good one tonight. And I'm just thinking, please, I think it's good. I think I'm good. And they pull everything out of my car, and they dig in and out, and they're all over the place. I don't remember if they had a dog out there or not. They might have. And they didn't find anything. And they get in the car and have fun. Like, whew, all right. Found my way in. Still sat in traffic for 6 hours. Still got in there. Didn't get in till like 9 a.m. in the morning. I've been up all night long. I get in. They don't have day parking back in 2003 on Stone on Air. My name is Brian Stone. This is my festival story. And so I finally find a place where I park my car miles away. I don't know where I'm supposed to be. I'm dragging 2 coolers. There is no texting. Maybe a few people do, but most people don't. The phones don't work. I spend the whole morning dragging 2 coolers around the entire farm. It felt like 700 acres. Finally found where I needed to be. It's like the afternoon by this point. I haven't slept in like 36 hours. And I napped for about 30 minutes and then had a couple drinks, checked the place out, and went and saw Neil Young. So, there you go.
Hey, I was there.
Enjoyed every second of it. Neil Young 2003. He opened up on the Friday night. So, that's not a great story. That's not a bad story. It's a semi-interesting story. Probably wouldn't win the contest. But that's the idea. Give me your best festival story. Enter at StoneOnAir.com for a pair of Shaky Knees tickets down in Atlanta. The festival is in May. It's been better in past years, but it is still an incredible lineup. Last year I thought was the best year they've ever had. But check it out, StoneOnAir.com. It's 20 after 5 o'clock, but you don't care about that because you're probably listening on Tuesday. So why did I just tell you that? ICANN Japan going to be in for the rest of the hour. The kids I met not long ago, and I'm liking their sound. We'll talk about them and what's going on, and we'll recap the Road to Nightfall here in just a little bit as well. The flagship for this radio show, Stone on Air, is Talk Radio 102.3. We'll be right back.
The region's most easily accessible radio show. Stone on Air. We'll be right back. The Tog Monster. Now more. Stone on Air.
Beautiful sounds in my head.
The Tog Monster.
You are back with Stone on Air on the flagship Talk Radio 102.3. This is the Decemberist. They're going to be playing on the Saturday of the Shaky Knees Festival. Headlined that night by My Morning Jacket. So, yes, I will certainly be at Shaky Knees for Saturday. Would you like to do the same? I don't know that we'll hang out, but if you would like to go also, your opportunity is at StoneOnAir.com. Click Win Shaky Knees tickets and give me your best festival story. That's it. Make it pretty concise. Again, if it's a dissertation, it's going in the trash. But interesting, funny, dumb, crazy, dangerous, whatever it is. Between me and Nathan and Tara, we'll pick a winner and we'll read it on the air, and then we'll do that on April 10th, which will be my birthday, ticket giveaway, and Strung Like a Horse. So we're going to have ourselves just a little party here on Sunday, April 10th. I'll get you that full lineup coming up here in just a couple of minutes. Find us on YouTube, SoundCloud, and the website where you can enter for those tickets at StoneOnAir.com. In with me today is another guy I met through the collab connections that I've had and the underground guys, which I'm going to have them in eventually to kind of talk about what they've been going on, with how their progress is with their new app that they're developing. But Chris Williams met him at a gathering that we had, or they had. I don't know. The show hadn't even launched yet, so it might have been in December or January. But Chris with his band I Can Japan. Chris, hey man.
Yo, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Doing very well. Also, we might mix and match some of the band members as we go along because it's just going to be Chris on electric guitar and with some little loop action over there. But Charles Stevens, the drums, percussionist, banging on the skins guys in here as well. Hey, Charles.
Yeah, how's it going?
I Can Japan. Let's start right off the bat. Where does a name like that come from? And what is? And I always say nothing has to. There doesn't have to be this huge meaning to things all the time. But sometimes people are surely going to say, "Where did that come from?"
Right. Yeah. There was a board that we had in college where we wrote a bunch of band names down, and that was one on the board. And I was like, if I ever start a band, that's going to be the one that I choose.
So just sitting around having a couple pops, maybe, and maybe that rhymes with that.
Maybe a little bit more than pop.
Yeah, exactly.
Out here.
So that rhymes with that, or that sounds cool there, and then it just you kept it in the memory bank. You finally got the band started, and there you go.
Yep.
When did you get this outfit together? When did you start to put?
We had our first show the day after Halloween last year.
I knew it was a pretty new upstart. How have things been here into the new year?
It's been great, man. We got some gigs coming up. We're playing at the Hunter on the 21st of July for their Hunter Artist Series, which is great. So we're stoked about that. But yeah, it's been rolling.
So you guys are Chattanooga guys now, but neither of you were originally from here. Charles, you said you come from where again?
Manassas, Virginia. It's kind of a slow, nowhere place in Virginia, like 30 minutes outside of D.C.
How do your travels get you to Chattanooga, Tennessee?
Mainly through family. Just a lot of traveling around through my dad's kind of work.
And this is just where it ended up being?
It's really comfortable to end up staying in Chattanooga.
It's a good place to be, and you're here at the right time. That's for sure. As the entertainment value of this city just really has been increasing more and more the last several years. Really, since about 2011, things have really started to take off.
True.
Chris, you said the same deal. St. Louis is where you originally came from.
Yeah, St. Louis. Woo-wee.
Same question. What got you here?
Actually, college. I came here for college, and then I dropped out with the band I was playing with at the time, Rigoletto. And we toured for a while, and we broke up around March of 2014, and so then I started this band. So yeah.
All right, cool. Well, as always, I look down, and we're about half past this show already being over. So let's jump right into it and play a tune. Again, the whole band is here and hanging out, but it's just going to be Chris on his telly too, man. I love that telecast.
It's a Korean telly. Don't get it twisted.
That's a pretty. I got a Japanese. Speaking of I Can Japan,
nice. Oh,
I got a Japanese telly.
That's awesome.
But live on StoneOnAir.com. Well, live on the Talk Radio 102.3 radio station and the website, but archived at StoneOnAir.com as well. Live on the show right now. I Can Japan.
All right, this song is called White. Silk machines and self-imported now, love. You're in my dreams. It's in the way that you talk. Desire's falling out. Why does the whiskey talk so loud? Now we're falling out. Stuck in the bed sheets. Twisted love. Let's play pretend that you're important now, love. We are not friends. This dream is waking up, waking up, waking up. His eyes falling out. Why does the whiskey talk so loud? Now we're falling out. Stuck in the bed sheets. Twisted love. stupid punk. When I close my mouth, my eyes wake up to the world. Listen, boy, better listen close. You know mama didn't raise no stupid punk. When I close my mouth, my eyes wake up to the world. Listen, boy, better listen close. You know mom didn't raise no stupid punk. When I close my mouth, my eyes wake up to the world. Listen, boy, better listen close. You know mom didn't raise no stupid punk. When I close my mouth, my eyes wake up to the world.
I Can Japan live on Stone on Air on the flagship station, Talk Radio 102.3. Chris Williams, the front man for the band. We got some other guys hovering around. We'll talk to some of them as well as we go along. Jonathan Sussman coming up next to recap the road to Nightfall, and more live music from I Can Japan coming up in just a matter of a couple of minutes. Hang tight. My name is Brian Stone. Thank you for spending some time with us. Stone on Air, however it is you choose to do so, we appreciate it.
More of Stone on Air coming up.
Completely unsanctioned by the church.
The Talk Monster. Now more Stone on Air.
It's about to get all stupid up in here.
The Talk Monster.
You are back with Stone on Air on the flagship station in Chattanooga, Tennessee, Talk Radio 102.3. We'll recap the road to Nightfall so far, at least the preliminary rounds, here in just a second. No, My Morning Jacket's not on the show. But there is a reason for playing it. They'll be headlining the Shaky Knees Festival, which, Nate, I walked off and left the damn thing sitting right there, if you don't mind somehow getting that in here to me. Thank you. Coming up in May, and I have a pair of tickets that I'm giving away. The only way to do it exclusively is to go to the website, StoneOnAir.com. Thank you. And click Enter to Win, and I want your best, worst, funniest, dumbest, weirdest festival story. Keep it concise. And between me, Nate, and Tara, we'll pick a winner on April 10th. So you got a good solid 3+ weeks to get your submission in there. May 13th through 15th, Shaky Knees down in Atlanta, Centennial Olympic Park. Jane's Addiction headlines Friday. My Morning Jacket headlines Saturday. Florence and the Machine, that's the one I couldn't remember earlier, is the headliner on Sunday, and a stacked lineup all the way around. For my money, this is my Saturday while I'm there. It's going to be J.J. Gray, and then it's going to, if Shaky Graves, if I can fit it in, I have a feeling something's going to overlap. The Decemberist, Huey Lewis and the freaking News. I'm there. And then My Morning Jacket on that Saturday. Enter to win at StoneOnAir.com. Jonathan Sussman on the line with me right now. More from I Can Japan in just a minute. But things got wrapped up for the first round, and we've got our winners, and we're ready for a championship bout, if you will, coming up on Saturday. Hey, John.
Hey, Brian. How are you, man?
Doing excellent. First of all, I don't know all the winners. I didn't see who even won last night. I was there, but I had to cut out early. Who do we got taking the stages on Revelry Room this weekend?
Yeah. So, I'll go over the winners from the first to the last. We had Nick Lutzko winning the first night. Preston Paris won the second night. High Meadows Communion won the third night. Mending Wall the fourth night. And Caney Creek Company the fifth night.
And so they'll play in a stack of 5 at the Revelry Room Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
That's correct. Saturday the 26th, starting at 8 p.m. Every band gets a 30-minute set, and this will be a judged round as opposed to text message voting.
Oh, good. A solid 30-minute set. I like that. I only saw it on social media. I was actually off social media for most of the weekend. I just kind of glanced at a couple things and saw a prominent judge you've got in town. Tell me about that.
Yeah, Richard Lloyd from the band Television. Who, Television's album Marquee Moon is probably considered one of the top 500 albums of all time across multiple lists. He is going to be one of our judges. The other one is Chris Cobb, who is co-owner of Exodus and Marathon Music Works in Nashville, and
Chris.
also books Live on the Green up there. Mike Dewar, who I know you know, from Revelry Room, formerly Rhythm and Brews, and Sandbar before that. And Carla Pritchard with Nightfall, which Chattanooga Presents, who puts on Nightfall, and Richard Wenham from 88.1.
I guess when I said the prominent member, I should have been talking about Dewar all the way around. I guess.
I thought that's what you meant, but I wanted to go ahead and start working.
All right, one more time. The event is at the Revelry Room on Saturday. Times and dollar amounts. A couple bucks to get in. A few bucks.
Yeah, 8 p.m. $10, and. Yeah, 5 bands, 30-minute sets with about 15-minute buffer in between, and we're going to play some interviews with each of the bands that we're going to do this week, like between sets. And, so come out. Part of the voting is audience reaction, preparedness, and quality of performance. So we really need the fans to come out and scream on their bands.
Jonathan Sussman with Gig City Productions. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Revelry Room this weekend. Looking forward to it. Saturday night. I'm just going to show my bias. Vote Let's Go, bro. Vote Let's Go, bro. He's one of my favorites right now. I'm loving what he's doing. They're all good. There was a lot of high-quality talent playing at the Grand Falloon the last 3 days and then 2 days last weekend. But I'm telling you, vote Let's Go. Do it.
The Stone on Air bump.
There you go. My name is Brian Stone. This is Stone on Air. Thank you, Nathan Gale. And in with me this hour is the band I Can Japan. Chris Williams is the front man, I guess you could say, and Simon Lillard in here now. I guess you're going to have to explain this to me. You're the aux member. You're the auxiliary member.
Yeah.
What exactly does that mean? Just you answer the phones. You take out the trash. You play the xylophone.
All of the above.
All of the above.
Yeah.
Is that a role that you welcome, or is it the last role left?
It is a role that I welcome.
All right.
Yeah,
well, cool.
absolutely.
We got a couple of transplants we've talked to so far. Where are you? Is it Chattanooga? Your place?
Yeah, I'm from around here. Yeah.
Cool. Where'd you go to high school?
Yeah. I was actually homeschooled. So,
really?
Yeah.
You still turned out pretty normal. I just met you. You might not be normal at all.
Something went right or something went wrong or something like that.
Yeah, it just always depends on who you ask, I guess. Chris Williams, are you the primary songwriter? Do you guys collaborate on that? How's that work?
Both, and I pretty much lay down most of the structures and that sort of thing, and then we get together and we make them better.
I noticed you're playing the loop technology. I mean, it's not a new technology. Loop has been around a long time, but people have been it's more it's trendy to use it these days.
Sure,
I don't mean that in a bad way.
Right.
You just see it in so many different genres of music. Is that something you do with the band? Lots of loop
Actually,
loop?
no. It's mainly just for this gig, so I could.
Okay. I wondered because for those that don't know, loop is you've got a pedal, you play one little riff, and then it records it and it plays it over, and then you play on top of that, and you hit record on that.
Right.
And it's something that Dan Pinson with Danimal Planet uses.
Oh, cool.
I mean, just like I don't know how he can keep his mind doesn't go crazy. He's got so many things going at once, but it's such a fascinating, cool way to listen to the way people layer music. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and crank up another tune.
Cool.
Great to meet you, Simon. And at some point, maybe we'll later on down the road in life, we'll stack this room up with a full set and maybe do that at some point. Now that you know what you're working with.
Yeah.
So
it's a nice room. We got a pink Cadillac up here.
Yeah, it's kind of like a frat house in here, just a little bit. But
who's El Jefe?
We make do. Oh, that's Jeff Stiles.
Ooh-wee.
He is the anchor, the quarterback of the Talk Monster here Monday through Friday, 10 to 12 noon. Why aren't you listening, man? Come on, Chris. Thought you're my bro. My name is Brian Stone. That's Chris Williams from I Can Japan. StoneOnAir.com. The show will be archived just a matter of an hour or two after the show on SoundCloud as well. And you can watch the show. Usually the turnaround on that is in the neighborhood of a week. The last week's show with Planet and my buddy's Wes Hartman band, that is posted to YouTube, and I'll get it on the website here tonight when I update everything. Live on the flagship in Chattanooga, Tennessee, Talk Radio 102.3, I Can Japan.
This song is called Rain. She broke my heart and I smiled, a blissful eternity. Never mind the lies in your eyes or the way you look back at me. I guess I should be crushed, but I don't care. Stains fade and rivers wade. You guess I'd walk away, but I just stare. Rain, oh rain in your eye makes for a dismal time, and I find you're so pretty when you have something to say. Rain, oh rain in your eye makes for a dismal time, and I find you're such a pity when you start walking away. She broke my trust and I tried a simple apology. Would suffice, but you don't know why, or you're so good at pretending. I think you got what you lose, your pride or your sanity. So I just walk away and it's your move. Rain, oh rain in your eye makes for a dismal time, and I find you're so pretty when you have something to say. Rain, rain in your eye makes for a dismal time, and I find you're such a pity when you start walking. Rain, oh rain in your eye makes for a dismal time, and I find you're so pretty when you have something to say. Rain, oh rain in your eye makes for a dismal time, and I find you're such a pity when you start walking away.
I Can Japan. I Can Japan on the Talk Monster, the flagship of the Stone On Air show, Talk Radio 102.3. More from Chris and the bandmates here in just a matter of a couple of minutes. The Shaky Knees Music Festival will be May 13th through 15th. A couple other performances here of note that catch my eye. Of course, we're giving the tickets away. That became news as of about 20 minutes ago or so at the website, StoneOnAir.com. Give me your best festival story. Just enter to click on the website. Also got the Deftones, St. Paul and the Broken Bones. You know all about them if you listen to me or Jeff at any point. JJ Gray and Mofro. Let's see. Mentioned the Decemberists before. Against Me. Trying to find ones you might have heard of for sure.
Cold War Kids.
Cold War Kids, yes, you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And a whole bunch more. Of course, Jane's Addiction, Florence and the Machine, and My Morning Jacket, the Saturday night headliner. That's where I'll be. If you come find me, I'll hang out with you. But no promises beyond that. StoneOnAir.com. Listen to the show and register for the Shaky Knees tickets. Just a few minutes away from wrapping up the hour, and we'll get one more from ICANN Japan and find out what's going on for them here spring and into the summer. We'll be right back. Thanks for hanging out.
Stone on Air. We'll be right back. The Talk Monster. Now back to more Stone on Air.
Okay, Pops, let's get on with the show.
The Talk Monster.
You are back with Stone on Air. I will not apologize for loving Huey Lewis. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Even if my wife makes fun of me, I still love her.
Make fun of me for whatever you want. I don't care. Now, why in the world is Stone playing Huey Lewis on the local entertainment show, you might be asking yourself? That's a good question. I'm glad you asked. Shaky Knees Festival, May 13th through 15th. I got your pair of tickets to win. Go to my website, StoneOnAir.com, enter to win. Give me your best festival story. Could be a bad story, could be a great story, could be an inspiring story, could be the dumbest story ever told. Just be concise. Enter to win at the website, StoneOnAir.com. We got to move fast. ICANN Japan is in with me today. We've been shuffling in band members, and Noah Weaver on the bass hanging out with us today. Noah, how you doing? Jump up on that microphone there.
I'm doing good.
Are you a Chattanooga guy, or did you migrate here like the rest of these, or why a couple of these guys?
Yeah, I wasn't born here. I live in Maryland.
Maryland. So what got you to Chattanooga?
It just happened.
Well, sometimes the best things in life just end up happening. I can dig that. Chris Williams is the lead guitar and lead singer and primary songwriter, but there's a little collaborating going on between the guys, and he's coming in here doing little loops and hanging out with the Telecaster. And shows coming up. We're about done here. Shows you coming up?
We got the Hunter Art Museum. We're playing the Hunter Artist Series. That's July 21st. That's a bigger one. So come out for that. There's a promo video that should be on the web pretty soon. So.
Facebook pages and all the social media.
ICANN Japan, Facebook.com, ICANN Japan Music, ICANNJapan.bandcamp.com, Twitter, and Instagram at ICANN Japan.
All right, sounds good. We'll try to make sure and retweet all that stuff and keep you in the loop. Just a few minutes left until we wrap up the show. One more time, live, StoneOnAir.com, SoundCloud, YouTube, and the flagship Talk Radio 102.3 in ICANN Japan.
You wanted more, I wanted less. What the hell is my unstate of bliss? I'm such a bore, I do confess. What the hell
Chris Williams and I Can Japan. Thank you very much, my friend, and we'll do it again sometime in the near future. But one more plug on that show that's up at the Hunter, July
21st. Yeah, I think it's like $15, but don't let that deter you.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate it a lot. We do this every single week. This is kind of what we do. We hang out, we have some fun, we play music, we tell stories, and these days we give tickets away. Shaky Knees Festival, March 13th through 15th, down in Atlanta, Centennial Olympic Park. If you remember kind of the way that the old Music Midtown was laid out, that's kind of how they do it down there. Not nearly as big and not nearly as the mess that Midtown ended up being. I went last year to the Shaky Knees and enjoyed every second of it. So go to the website at StoneOnAir.com, click Win Shaky Knees tickets or whatever the wording is. I don't know. It's right there at the top. And give me your best festival story, or your worst, or your funniest, or your dumbest, or you whatever. You get the idea. Keep it concise. Couple paragraphs, maybe 3 at the most if it's good enough, and then between myself, Tara, and Nate, we'll pick a winner, and we'll give those away on April 10th. That's my birthday, and Strung Like a Horse will be in, so we'll have ourselves a little party right here on the radio. Nathan Gale, thank you very much. Look for the video coming next week. And if they should ask, I don't know if they will, but if they do, where did that cat go? Just tell them I'm gone.